Question number 74 to 76 belong to the third passage of this paper. This passage talks about drug addiction. The first paragraph defines what is drug addiction and how people might be, under misconception that they are too strong-willed to fall prey to drug addiction. The line says, but drug addiction can trap anyone. Then the author says, the sooner people seek help for drug addiction, the better it is. However, the last line makes it very clear that abstinence is the safest way to live a longer and healthier life. Second paragraph gives a reason for drug addiction, which is mentioned as peer pressure. Last paragraph gives you certain examples of how in Europe during mid 20th century or in the 1960s and 1970s, our people used to work long and ungodly hours, and to cope with that strenuous job or the job pressure they had to take drugs. And the main line of this paragraph is, it comes at the end, the adults who had children during this time greatly influenced them with their own addictions, thus setting poor familial examples. Now this one makes it very clear that how these people negatively influence their children. Let's look at question number 74. Suggest an apt title for the passage above. Drugs and adolescents. Now title question is defined as the central idea presented in the form of a caption. Avoid options which are ornamental, vague, or metaphorical. Avoid options which talk about a certain paragraph in the passage, so those will be called narrow options. Avoid options which are very, very extreme or broad, so they go beyond the passage. And go for an option which is clear, directly related to the central idea. Drugs and adolescents is mentioned only in the second paragraph. Drug abuse in Europe is mentioned in the last few lines of the last paragraph. So we can eliminate both these options as narrow options. Drug abuse in society, well, peer pressure is part of social phenomena. Family is part of the social structure. So C looks like the best option so far. History of drugs and their effects. Now, drugs here may refer to medicine. Now, history of drugs will require a chronological tone in the passage, and it's also very vague because the passage talks about drug addiction, not drugs as such, because drugs also refer to medicine which might have positive impact. So option D is not relevant. Hence the correct answer is C.